Hey, welcome back to another episode of Jim's Outdoors. We're back down here with Last Stop Tackle Shop with Denver Law, and he just released the upcoming 2022 catfish tournaments schedule. So I brought down here, we're going to talk about that schedule today. So how are we opening up on this?
Starting April 2nd through September 10th, we'll have a catfish tournament every weekend. I do 4 different tournaments, style tournaments throughout the year. I hold a team tournament at one reservoir. I hold an open waters tournament where you can fish anywhere in the state, Lake Erie, the Ohio River, I don't care where you go. It's
As long as it's
public waters. I got a Tuscarawas team series tournament. That's a point system.
Is that the river?
The Tuscarawas River, yeah.
That's Tuscarawas River. Now Chucky's
going to be doing the sign-ins and weigh-ins on those,
right.
with a few other ones depending on my schedule this year. Then I also have a daytime team tournament. Now all these team tournaments you can fish individually. The team tournament, they are a 4-rod limit. Of course, if you're fishing by yourself, you're only allowed 2 rods. That's state law, though.
Right, and these
my river team tournament, my daytime team tournament, I am holding those only to 1 fish over 28 inches, just to give the single entry guy a chance in the same opportunity, other than the fact that he's only allowed 2 rods versus 4 rods.
Now you can fish all these from the bank and the boat,
Yeah,
and either or, because
Yeah.
that question come up here just
Yeah.
recently. So you don't have to have a boat to get in these tournaments.
No,
And there has been a few in the past of these tournaments that have been won from the bank.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's still option.
Most of my tournaments, the daytime team tournament, I'm holding those at Leesville, Clendenin, and Piedmont. They'll be 7 to 7:30 in the morning, the sign-ins, and then they'll run till 4 to 4:30 in the afternoon to the weigh-ins. Those are a $20 entry tournament for the team. It's a 5-channel tournament, only 1 over 28. My high open waters tournament, that's a 3-channel limit, and then you can get in different options there. It's $10 to enter the tournament. That's for your channels. If you want in the flathead pot, that's an additional $10. If you want in the big channel pot, whoever catches the biggest channel of the night, that's an additional $5, and the biggest odd fish is an additional $5, which an odd fish is anything other than a catfish. I mean, I've seen people bring in carp, bluegill, crappie, northern pike,
Walleye.
bass, walleye. Of course, all these have to be at least legal size to
Right.
have in your possession through ODNR. If you want in everything on that tournament, that's $30 to get in everything. You don't have to get in everything. If you just want to do the channel, it's $10. I do the sign-ins here at the shop. Those are from 4 to 9. The night of the tournament, and then my weigh-ins are 7 to 7:30 the following morning. There's a pull-off between the rest area and the main boat ramp at Tappan. It's a real big pull-off there. I do my weigh-ins there. The daytime team tournaments at each lake, those will just be right, the sign-ins and weigh-ins will be right there at each lake. Just
At the launch ramp,
yeah.
whatever's specified.
Yeah. My
Which-
Tuscarawas River tournaments, my sign-ins are here at the shop from 5 to 5:30, and then I hold the weigh-ins down at the Tusky boat ramp, right off of 36. If you turn right behind the Y Tavern there.
Yeah, it's
And
right by
go-
the bridge. As soon as you go across the bridge.
Blue Bridge, there's a boat ramp right there on the left, right by Tuscarawas.
And that
That's,
you can fish Tuscarawas River to Shockton.
All the way to Maslin, I believe,
Yeah.
where it starts.
Yeah, where it starts in Maslin. I think there's a chunk just above Maslin, but the problem is with Maslin, those of us have been trying to search the river, there's no public access. most of that river through Massillon.
And the same with that, you can fish boat or bank. There's a good bit of pull-off spots where you can fish it. Of course, 90% of the Tuscarawas River is private owned, you know, up behind it. So a lot of people do just hop in a boat and
Yeah.
go fish, you know, anchor up and fish some holes wherever, you know.
That's what we bought all them big mud motors for
Yeah.
last year.
The reservoir team tournament, that's a 5-channel limit. It is 2 over 28. Those are all going to be held at Tappan this year. That tournament, I do hold 20%. It's a $100 entry. I hold 20% for the championship tournament, which is October 1st. So
The
like
top 10 teams.
the top 10 teams in that series. My point system, very, very simple point system. You get 5 points for entering the tournament, 5 points for coming to weigh-ins. That keeps everyone, you know, showing up to everything.
Yeah,
And
see, if
then-
you don't catch anything, make sure you hit them weigh-ins, because that's 5 points you're
Yeah.
giving away.
And then first place of that tournament gets 20 points, 19 for second, 18 for third, and so on. Usually our point system at the end of the year, I mean, it's within 1 to 2 points, you know, 3 points, you know, first, second, third.
We had a
even
two-way tie last year.
even
for
down
first.
to, even down to, you know, 5th and 6th, as long as you come to the sign-ins and come to weigh-ins, that's the majority of the points. I had one guy or one team, he didn't take first all year. I think he was in the top 3 or top 4 all year though, but he was right there and, you know, tied for second, tied for third,
Yeah.
for the point series. So just because you don't win don't mean
You're out of
you're
it.
not going to stay up there in
Right.
points. And then last year, I think we had 7 tournaments. We averaged about 10 entries per tournament, and I took $1,400 for that 20% that I held and added to the final tournament. So, you know, then there was another, I think 8 ended up going to the final tournament. So it was right around $2,200 for that tournament.
Yeah, which
you
is
know,
pretty decent.
I think the first place was like $800-900, and then, you know, I split it down and I give away for big fish also. So the more entries we get for that tournament, I really see.
Yeah, that 20% will keep building.
Yeah, I can really see a championship tournament, you know, being a heck of a payday.
Yeah, if you get 20 teams in this fishing all year, it's the end of the year. You got $5,000-6,000-7,000 that you're going to be dividing up. You know, is payout. Which
all my tournaments are rod and reel only. You're not allowed to use bank lines, trout lines, or jugs. All of my tournaments are live well required.
yes,
I don't care how you know, like a lot of the river tournaments, a lot of guys string them up on the bank there while they're fishing the river. They have some type of live well in their boat or in the back of their truck to get them to the weigh-ins. Try to keep these fish as healthy as they can
that's the most
as
important
they're in
thing.
our possession. You know what I mean?
It's less stress as we can get, and try to put these fish back. Most people's going to take them home and eat them. That's fine too.
Yeah.
You bought a license. That's your right to do what you want.
But they do
A lot
need,
of us put them back in to catch again.
yeah, they do need to be healthy. We do have to respect the fish that we go after, whether it's us going out to fish them another day or
Right.
or another person. I mean, I like the.
Right, and we don't accept dead fish in the live
I don't
well.
weigh anything in that's dead. It's got to be healthy and alive.
Is that it?
That's about it. I do hold November 12th. This will be the 3rd annual.
Third.
I kind of like a end of year tournament. I hold a unlimited channels tournament. As many fish as you can bring in alive. Of course, a lot of these guys are putting big coolers on their boat
Yeah.
or on the bank and or a couple totes, whatever you can get a hold of. I mean, you can make a live well for $10 and go to your hard sale and pick up
So
an
you
old
can
cooler.
bring in 2 over 28 net and everything you can bring
Yeah.
catfish wise under channels.
Last year, I think I had 8 entries during that. Of course, it's in November. It's cold. But I think I had 7 or 8 entries. There was 430 pounds of catfish caught, brought to weigh-ins, and released alive.
And I took third in that with 90 pounds.
First place was Chucky Woods. I believe him and Michelle
100.
Hunt caught 107 pounds
Yeah,
of channels. I
107
want to say it
pounds.
was right around 36 channels they caught that day. Skip Martin was fishing by himself with only 2 rods, and he still brought in 102 pounds of catfish. And that was under with just having one over 28.
Yeah, he had to throw
He
them all.
actually threw.
3.
I know it was about 6 or 7.
6?
Yeah,
It was
that
over
he had caught
28?
over 28. So he released right around 50 to 70 pounds of catfish.
I wasn't paying attention.
That he couldn't bring in because they were over 28 inches throughout the day.
I was too busy throwing my 90
Yeah.
pounds up on the freaking dock.
If it wouldn't have been for the ODNR regulations, he'd have had probably 160, 170 pounds.
Yeah,
of catfish.
easy. If he'd had a partner, yeah, it'd been blowed out of the water. So Skip watches this, so there. He actually made it into one of my videos.
But it is
Congratulations.
a fun tournament. It's nice to get a bunch of guys out there and just see what the lake's producing and how many fish can be brought in during one tournament. But like I said, everyone in my tournaments, especially those tournaments, are really cooperative in keeping a really good live well. They respect the fish they catch. Some of them have 2 or 3 aerators, 2 or 3 pumps. They circulate water all day. They pump it out and pump fresh water in throughout the day. They do a real good job of keeping these fish healthy, and I definitely appreciate that. Not only as an angler, but as a business here that's promoting these, to see these people out there not only respecting the fish, but respecting me and this place. So
Right.
that does go a long way.
And a lot of the teams that are in this team tournament, we represent this place, even though we're Team Last Stop, which is Denver, has his own Team Last Stop, but a lot of us have Last Stop stickers on our boats, so we do a lot to promote this place. So a lot of good things coming out of this shop. Of course, we've needed a bait shop down here for years. I mean, if you fish bass, yeah, there's bait shops around here, but there ain't shit for catfish. Nothing. So trying to keep the local program alive.
But all these tournaments, I mean, there's a like the reservoir team. That is kind of an expensive tournament, but I think you get a good bit of entries. It'd be a good payday.
Yeah.
The other 2 tournaments, the Tuscarawas tournament and the day tournament, they're only $20 entries. The open waters, like I said, you can get in that for $10. And if you're going out fishing anyhow, I mean, you have a chance to win. Depending on entries.
Yeah.
My best turnout, I think, for the Ohio Open Waters, I believe, was like 56 entries. So, it's $560 usually. I split that and
Yeah, we're not trying to.
take half of it for first. I don't get anything for these tournaments.
Yeah, it's
they're
100%
all
payback.
100% payout. Especially with this new age of channel catfishing,
Yeah.
trolling for channels or dragging or there's a bunch of different names for it.
But there's a bunch of us team members that we're competing against each other, but we're out
Well,
there on
same
the water
sense,
having fun
oh,
too.
Yeah, we're trolling right beside each other, bullshitting all night.
Here we go, 3 wide up
Yeah.
around the back, or
Yeah.
4 wide. And how we never got stuff tangled into each other.
Yeah, it's
No idea.
that's another thing. I don't put up with any bullshit at my tournaments. There's
Yeah.
no drama. If you suspect someone of cheating, of course you
Take
got to bring the
photos.
proof. I need pictures of it. Otherwise, it's out the window. But
Yeah, video or photos can be
Yeah.
turned
especially
in.
nowadays, I mean, there's so much.
Yeah, you can't hide
technology,
from these
phones, yeah.
phones anymore.
But 90% of everyone that's in my tournament, get along with each other.
Yeah.
They know each other.
Yeah, we hunt together in the off season.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it is a good time though.
But yeah, so where are we at here on the? Oh, I'm gonna have some editing I gotta do. So, hey, thanks for tuning in to Jim's Outdoors. Thank Denver for hosting us here today. Well, anyhow, remember to like, share, subscribe. and get out there and catch some fish, and we'll see you on the next one.